My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is January 24th, 2025. It is 3:53 a.m. I have some tweets to share with you. I'm probably gonna have two recordings, or I might do just one recording and then divide them into different videos. So it's after the verdict that Harry won and NGN had settled. So these are some discussions that I came across, and I believe there are some videos from the UK media talking about it, and of course the squad and things like that. And I came across two tweets. I'm not sure if the articles are the same or just different articles from Byline. So that might be a video by itself. So I put it by themselves. So if I have time tonight, I'll read it to see what they're talking about. If I could find a transcript, what went inside the court, that would be good. If I come across it, of course, I'll share it with you. Okay, so let's see the numbers of the channel. I know some of you don't, just skip. Okay, when I'm doing this, just skip. Okay, 4,505 subscribers, new subscribers, welcome. Estimate revenue, $100.04. Analytics. Okay, 1,443 views in the last 48 hours. So now let's go on Twitter. This is the first one. Even Richard Fitzwilliams has accepted it. All right, so this is the squad who tweeted it, and that's why I was able to see it. And now there's no comment. Okay, no responses under the original tweet, not the original, the squad's tweet. Now I'm going into Good Mornings Britain's tweet. All right, Harry has unquestionably won. That's a quote, by the way. Royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams weighed in on why Prince Harry reached a settlement with news group newspapers. So it's 3 minutes and 7 seconds. I'm listening to it for the first time as I'm recording. That way you could get my initial reaction.
Considerable compensation this morning, and who knows, framing his apology. Some executives, presumably, wiping beads of perspiration from their collective brows. Who's won here, do you think?
Well, of course, Harry has unquestionably won in the sense that, first, he has had a pretty fulsome apology. Secondly, of course, and this is something that's very significant for him, and I think for the case, this is the first time that unlawful activities, albeit by private investigators at the Sun, that this has been acknowledged. And also, and this will give him particular pleasure, the mention of intrusion into his mother's life, because we know how significant that is, certainly as far as he's concerned. I mean, I think it's, in my view, unquestioned that Diana had a symbiotic relationship with the press, but that's not the way Harry sees it. And I think what we're also seeing is that he would like further action. There's no doubt at all the beads of perspiration that you mentioned. There was no 10-week trial, and also that meant that certain executives, I mean, he believed that there was a cover-up. His claim was that executives, journalists, editors knew of this and were complicit. Now, that has not been proven. Clearly, since unlawful activities have been admitted by private investigators, what he would like to see is to take this further. Remember, it's his mission in life, he said, to clean up, I quote the British press.
But he didn't go to full open court trial on this. What is the reason for that? Is it because it simply would have been too expensive and he doesn't have the money? Or is it because
fuck?
there were things that might have come out about Prince Harry in court that he didn't want to come out? Would it simply have been too uncomfortable for him? Because people are arguing both of those cases. He said he would pursue this right to the end, but he's settled. Why?
I mean, there's so many things since I paused now. I wanted to say a couple of things. And I was like, you know what? Let me let it run. First, Richard Fitzwilliams is one of the royal rats who spoke with the YouTuber without seeing the Oprah interview. So let's get that out of the way. I need to remind people of him.
We're going to be doing a post-match analysis of Harry and Meghan's interview with Oprah, which is obviously coming out in a few days' time.
My name is Victoria Arbiter, A-R, B as in boy, I-T-E-R, and I am royal commentator for CNN.
Richard Fitzwilliams, royal commentator.
Got it?
Second of all, the way he speaks, it seems like it's his normal way of speaking. It's kind of annoying, but that's his way of speaking. Third, what he says that Harry unquestionably won, and it's a fact. He won. Now, this woman, for saying that Harry said he will take it all the way, I'm sure she is aware what Harry had said during the the Millbrook summit with New York Times.
You did say in your book, you said, I began to think at some point that Murdoch was evil. You've had very strong words about Rupert Murdoch and what you think he did in this phone hacking scandal. What is the goal of this lawsuit, which has been ongoing now for a very, very long time?
The goal is accountability. It's really that simple.
1,300 people, from what I've read, have settled with the Murdoch folks. And of the 40 claims that originally joined with you in this action, it's down to now 2. And so you think that everybody's just settled because it just doesn't make any economic sense to continue?
No, I know why people have settled. They've settled because they've had to settle. So therefore, one of the main reasons for seeing this through is accountability, because I'm the last person that can actually achieve that, and also closure for these 1,300 people and families.
Harry said he wants accountability. Okay, I remember that. And also, the thing is, they admit. Okay, once the paper have admit their guilt, what is there to fight for anymore? What is there to fight anymore? And I can't believe this woman is saying that. The paper have admit guilt, which means everything Harry have said is true. Now, yes, many of these people are not Harry. They would love to hear all the tea so they could go on and on and on. There's a possibility the reason why NGN decided to settle, there might be other people whose name that's not on the papers they do not want to reveal. And some of the squad might already know who some of these people are. But the key thing here, Harry was not suing his family, so there was no, I didn't see the papers for me to completely say is a fact, but from my understanding, his brother's name was not on the paper, his father's name was not on the paper, or any other royal not on the paper. It was due to phone hacking. So if these people admit guilt, what is he gonna argue with in the in court? He's gonna argue with himself? Once the paper already admitted, yes, you're right, Harry, there was phone hacking. We're sorry we interfere in your mother's life. We did this. They admit the guilt. What's there to move forward with? I'm going to move it back so you hear from what the lady was saying. All right, slightly back, maybe here or here.
To full open court trial on this. What is the reason for that? Is it because it simply would have been too expensive and he doesn't have the money? Or is it because there were things that might have come out about Prince Harry in court that he didn't want to come out? Would it simply...
It seemed like something is missing in these people's brain. Something is missing in her brain. The NGN admit guilt, saying Harry was right about everything. So what's there to go forward with?
simply have been too uncomfortable for him? Because people are arguing both of those cases. He said he would pursue this right to the end, but he's settled. Why?
He's settled. Several reasons. Firstly, there's no question you cannot be certain of precisely what will come up in court. And remember, against the Mirror, he was 8 hours in the witness box, and he said that was a lot. Here, it was likely to be 4 days, and as I say, there was a question mark there. Secondly, yes, it was partly the money, obviously. It's a huge settlement. Also, there's a quirk in law. This is absolutely bizarre, or might sound strange, but when it comes to if you're actually awarded damages, but they are less than that which has been offered to settle the case before it goes to case, you could end up playing the lot. So there was nothing certain. I think he decided that this was the best way of handling it. Equally, it has enabled the NGN to claim that this is a red line under it.
Right.
He decided.
Considerable compensation.
I mean, if they offer him, we're gonna do a okay. Let's say the paper NGN said, "I'm gonna offer you $10 million to take this out of court." Harry will be like, "Okay, but what will be Harry's demand? You need to apologize about what you did and all of that." So if they didn't do that part, apologize to him and all, the statement that they put out, Harry will not settle, but the paper admit guilt. This is why it stopped. The paper said, "Okay, I'm going to give you this amount of money. We're going to say, we're sorry about everything. You were right. We apologize interfering in your private life. We did the phone hacking." The papers, RebeKah and all the other people who work for them lie under oath and all that. So what's there? What's there for Harry to argue with? These people are freaking ridiculous. Okay. Let's see here. Meanwhile, Prince Harry 1 is doing good deals in California wildfires. I did a video on our part of Pew Service about that. I need to revisit it again. I've been so busy with all of those videos I keep putting out. I don't have time to go back to some of these. Okay, Harry didn't settle, NGN settled, and Harry accepted. That's right. Harry had terms and NGN accepted. That's it. This person gets it. Okay, Harry had terms and NGN accepted those terms. Harry was willing to go to court because all he ever wanted was an admission of guilt and apology, both of which he got without having to go to trial. The way you guys twist it, thank you. Thank you. That's exactly that. The way you guys twist and turn, I guess. Where is it? Where is it? Both without, okay. The way you guys twist and distort facts is criminal. Okay, I came here to post the same thing. Harry got everything he wanted. How is that settling? Crucially, he kept the royal family from further scandal. They owe him big time. That's it. I've said that as well in some past videos. Okay, one of the things that I said regarding this, where Harry was trying to protect the family, when he did the Center Bali speech, okay, where he thanked his family for the support he has gotten from them.
The decision that I have made for my wife and I to step back is not one I made lightly. It was so many months of talks after so many years of challenges. And I know I haven't always gotten it right, but as far as this goes, there really was no other option. When I lost my mum 23 years ago, you took me under your wing. You looked out for me for so long. But the media is a powerful force. And my hope is one day our collective support for each other can be more powerful, because this is so much bigger than just us. I will always have the utmost respect for my grandmother, my commander-in-chief, and I'm incredibly grateful to her and the rest of my family for the support they have shown Meghan and I over the last few months. Okay, which he put it very in a nice way, without saying all the details that happened at the Syndrium. And this is the second time. Okay, and the point of view, he said they tried to protect them.
So in conclusion, if you'd had the support, you'd still be there?
Without question.
Yeah.
I'm sad that what's happened has happened, but I know, and I'm comfortable knowing that we did everything that we could to make it work, and we did everything on the exit process the way that it should have been
with
done.
As much respect.
With as much
and,
respect.
Oh my God, we just did everything we could to protect them.
And I understand that. I could see why they try to protect them, because there are so many things they could have said, but they did not say it, including over here, okay, with the trial. But he didn't sue the family. I don't think the family's name were on the court papers. The brother, the father, or the horse, none of those. Okay, he was dealing directly with the paper. Okay, Susanna, your maid Piers Morgan, and members of the royal family will have been scared of what will come out in the court hearing. Remember the emails between Murdoch's NGN and the palace. Piers Morgan named a new court docs over theft of Princess Diana's letters. Okay, spend all you want, Suzanne. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, there's the apology. I'm not gonna read it. Go back to some of my old videos or pause your screen to read it. Okay, there's the part here. This paragraph here. I'm not gonna read it all. NGN further apologizes to the Duke for the impact on him of the extensive coverage and serious intrusion into his private life, as well as the private life of Diana, Princess of Wales, his late mother. Okay, each of these paragraphs are apologies to him. So what else can he do? So if he go further and start talking in court, that'll be with himself. The paper NGN doesn't need to be in the court anymore, because they already said we apologize. Oh my goodness, there's 4 comments under this. Okay, what did she say? Okay, she played the media as well. Well, this is the thing here. Yeah, that's one part. When I paused the video, I wanted to say where Fitzwilliams says something, Diana used the media as well. But the thing is that if she's giving you information, okay, so she's giving you access, you could print certain things. But when you're going out of your way to intrude into her life, this is where the boundary is. Harry's doing the same thing right now. Okay? But the thing is that the reason he cut them out, they still will not print the truth. This is the problem here. Harry is willing to let them in. Okay? Look, for instance, when he was in New York at Travelers, he invited, People, Town and Country, and Vanity Fair. Okay, let them in to see what he's doing. Okay, you will say Princess Diana, if she's doing something, she will let the tabloid to come in. But this is the part where the tabloid refuse to stop. When Harry is not doing any engagement where the public would like to know, like for myself, when he's doing something, I would love to know what he's doing and things like that. But when he's with his family, going on vacation, playing with his kids, this is where it stopped. This is not work anymore. This is family time. But the paper refused to do that, to give him that boundary. Okay? So these people, I don't know, they're twisting, making people believe something completely, I don't know. Charles and William are to be ashamed of themselves for standing in the way of justice for the thousands of Murdoch's victims. They may also breathe a sigh of relief that the emails between Murdoch's criminals and the palace will never be exposed to the public. If they don't, the thing is that these people don't know how to stop. They do not know how to stop. They're gonna, morph this same tactic into something else. Because there's something in their brain. They have a tunnel vision. Okay? There's something that either the jealousy between William and the brother, whatever tunnel vision that they have, they will never stop. Will they understand what Harry just spared them, figuratively, just spared them of the humiliation? Okay? All right. Let's read what's there, and then that's it. All right, listen, do your job if you call yourself a journalist, lady. Harry did not settle. Harry concedes nothing. Murdoch NGN admitted guilt to unlawful gathering of information, and Murdoch settled. Go hound Piers Morgan for his illegal and criminal activities. All right, did the despicable Susan Spen really sit there and lie that Harry was scared of what might come out in court? She read spare rather cowardly. NGN knew what was coming for them, and an apology and massive payout was by far their safest option. What happened is that, what I think also, because they still want that you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. I don't think they will stop. They will spend it another way, and then if they find out, okay, whoever they're gonna hack into, if those person find out that they're being hacked, okay, then they're gonna, it's the cycle of thing. Because why? There is no punishment. There is no punishment. Okay, of course, he has unquestionably won, and he's giving his brother and dad a showing up for their weakness. The printed press spinning it otherwise is very predictable and desperate because they've involved complicit and guilty too. Okay, Susan Reid is such a joke of a journalist. Harry was happy to take the stand. It was the Sun execs who weren't, because all of their crimes and cover-ups will have been exposed. Alright, what a load of crap. Offer as reason for the settlement. How could Prince Harry fear certain revelation about himself emerging when he revealed all and spare? That's for sure. We even know about his private parts. That is true. Even when he did it for the first time. NGN made an admission of wrongdoing, and that erased the reason for a trial. Yeah, that's what I was saying. What will be happening if he continue? Okay, I think I shared this on my last video. Okay, let's do some more because there's some good responses here. Correction. According to Murdoch lawyers' own statement, it has been proven that editors and executives at the very top of the corp knew of the crimes. They admitted to it. Also, perjury is a crime. Okay, this is crucial. If Murdoch's company now admits that the reason it gives to police for deleting emails was false, why did they delete them? Were they interfering with a police investigation? Okay, that's a good one. Let me like it just in case I want to come back to it. All right, Susan Reid is deliberately gaslighting. She knows the fact and the implication and outcry of the case. Murdoch via NGN settled with Prince Harry, not the other way around. So much for journalistic integrity. The viewers deserve better. All right, at Richard Fitzwilliams, really. He and the other guy were jointly awarded £10 million, £5 million each. Okay, we do not know. Okay, let's put allegedly. We do not know the amount because they say undisclosed sum of amount. Okay, his legal bills are rumored to be $7 million, which means he's down $2 million. Also, he's been dragging his mother's corpse through the mud for years. Do you think he'll let her rest in peace now? What the hell? Where did this woman come from with all of this BS? Even the numbers, we don't even know the exact amount. I'm saying William. Well, William is the one who's been dragging her to the mud because he's the one who came out in public and said she was paranoid. Let me read some of the comments here. Stop spreading misinformation. You are wrong on so many levels. There's a lot of fear. Okay, watch the video below by someone who knows what he's talking about. Okay, so this is someone that I black. Okay, one, the only information that got out is that it's an 8-figure payment that could be 10 or 99 million. I'm laughing at this because one of the squad were joking about it. It's not on the list and said 10 million, and I put 99 million plus, $999,999. That's what I put on the thing. All right. We don't know. 2, Murdoch is paying his legal fees separately from the settlement sum. All right. No one knows how much. Okay. So pretty much what I said originally. All right. So this person come out of nowhere saying that nonsense. Let me black it so I don't come across her nonsense again. All right. So let me go to video number 2. Oh my God. I'm going to have different part. Oh, I did say I was going to listen to this for the what few other White pew and other nonsense. Great ignorance of British media is astounding. There's no critical thinking. Do these people research before opening their mouths? It's not necessary for Prince Harry to continue for court case. NGN admitted wrongdoing. That's what I'm saying. Is that another one that's saying BS as well? I think this one is someone who's explaining the process. I mean, it's just basic understanding.
You can only sue in this country against something that's denied or not admitted. That's the way the law works. If someone admits something, you don't have a cause of action. So once they've admitted what he called for, then it's them settling. It's not Prince Harry. He has conceded nothing.
Good.
They are paying him damages, and they're paying his legal fees. Now, I'm not at liberty to say what the total cost of that is, but I see the BBC.
Okay. Even him, a professional. Okay, I don't know his level of position, if he's a lawyer or anything like that. He's not even saying the amount because nobody knows. All right, but let's continue.
He have said that it's an 8-figure sum, upwards of 10 million. Now, it wouldn't surprise me, and I've not seen it denied, but that's not Prince Harry backing down. It's not Prince Harry who's admitted anything. It's news group newspapers, News UK, saying that the Sun engaged in criminal activity. Let's be clear about that. That's what unlawful activity means. It means blagging of medical records. It means obtaining phone bills. It means, in many cases, phone hacking, listening to voice messages. It means getting financial records. These are all gross intrusions of people's privacy, done in secret. The key thing
and
is,
there's a distinction, sorry to interrupt you, Dr. Harris, there's a distinction, isn't there, in the words unlawful and illegal, because illegal refers to something that is expressly...
Okay. All right. So this video, I played it on my last recording. So now let's go to my second tweet. I have so much to share and I'm just 24 minutes. Okay. So there's this here. Another squad who retweeted it. There's no comment under the squad tweet. I'm going to go in LBC once I read the caption. Entirely too many persons are above the law in the UK. Only the poor and minorities have to face the full force of UK law. Upper, middle, and upper classes never have to face consequences. To entrench, to change. All right, let's see here. All right, they've created an ecosystem in which the likelihood of pursuit and prosecution has been reduced. James O'Brien and caller Andrew discuss how the media has been able to get away with their reports about Harry and Meghan. Okay, 1 minute and 20 seconds. Let's listen. Screenshot, okay? Oops.
There's the class thing, there's the race thing, 100% the race thing. I just don't get it. Who cares about this stuff? And then the fantastic example was that you gave was that they reported the exact, the flowers at the wedding, the bridesmaids' flowers, and the way that was reported. I was like, I understand that we can stamp down on papers and say, right, stick to the facts, but that's not about a factual thing. They're using facts, but it's their interpretation of those facts that they get away with it. And I don't understand why they do it.
Well, do you understand now? Do you? I mean, I appreciate that you don't read these outlets, read these papers, but you know, I can with a very cursory Google, I can find a claim by a retired commanding officer, and this is reported by the BBC, accusing Prince Harry of having turned against his military family after having trashed his birth family. And the Daily, that's the BBC reporting that because of the ecosystem that's being created. So when you say you don't understand, do you understand now, or do you see some sense in my cautious theory that they've created an ecosystem in which the likelihood of pursuit, investigation, and possible prosecution has been reduced to about as low a level as the guilty people could possibly hope?
Wow. Yeah. Let's see some of the comments here. James Woke O'Brien, put that in quote. James Woke O'Brien is getting away with talking lefty woke nonsense for years. Pat Cato. All right, I'm exactly the same way. They got away with all their bullcrap propaganda about Jeremy Corbyn and the Labour left, taxi British media lies and propaganda. It was a scam. Let's see here. The media assault on Corbyn during his tenure as Labour leaders from 2015 to 2020 will be recorded as perhaps the most intense political assassination in modern British history. Okay, it's fun. Well, this is the thing. Anything that's good, if it doesn't go to the narrative of who's in power, there's a group of people, okay, around the world. They are a chain, okay? They hold the key to all of political aspect. You got that in the U.S. Just look what just happened in the U.S. and what's happening now, okay? And you got in the U.K. and you got it in Russia, okay? In the Middle East, there's a group, okay? And each of those respected continents, there is a push and there's a pull. And unfortunately, like the Democrats, the free thinkers, the vast majority are not in sync. They're not putting their heads together to fight the few, okay, the 1%ers, like they say in the U.S., okay, the business people, the GOP, the Tories in the UK, the whoever in the Middle East, they all one. They're controlling the narratives. When they see people getting close to getting them, and then they create a mess among the vast. So all these people, the minorities, need to put their heads together. And one thing they get away with, and they are able to masterfully, every time the vast majority, the population is getting close to their scheme, one thing that's always working for them, always, guess what it is? The racism. Once they put the racism, oh my God, everyone forget all about their problem. We're seeing it happening right now in the U.S. I don't know. Maybe as much as I hate what the U.S. is going through right now, maybe we need to go through it. I don't know if they will understand, because Trump literally told them he needed their vote and that's it. He doesn't need them. And then you see the steps that they're taking right now. His buddies, the inauguration was into millions. I don't know. Okay? The vast majority, the groups that did not listen to the 92%ers, okay, need to open their eyes. Now, I don't know, like the Vivek guy, the Indian guy, okay, now he realized that his rhetoric no longer needed anymore. I was watching one of those video clips from that former CNN thing who was saying something. He licked their boots so much they no longer need their boots to be licking anymore. That was Vivek, who was, trying to be a MAGA. And then all of a sudden, the MAGA was like, we don't need you. Okay? You're not the skin type. You don't have the... I'm just paraphrasing. Okay? The vast majority need to focus. Okay? Perfect example, I will say, but you don't have to. But listen to African American. They have gotten the end of the stick. There was a video that I was watching where someone was saying something like... okay, they brought us here illegally. They made us work. We built the country. And then at the end, they still don't want to give us what we need. And then what we have accumulated with our own hard work, despite all the obstacles, they didn't say that, I'm adding this here. Despite all of the obstacles they have put in front of us, we managed to get that little kind of things that we have. Okay? The little house that we have, we try to maintain a positive lifestyle. Now, all of a sudden, they're still jealous of us. They're still jealous of us after working our butt off to get the little that we have. Meanwhile, the system was catered to them. They could do whatever they want. They're free roaming around the world without their skin being a passport to block them from accessing anything. Okay? Meanwhile, African American or any black and brown people, okay, when they go certain place, their skin tone become a passport to prevent them from, accessing anything. So now the little that some African American have, and those idiots are still jealous. I mean, they need to take a moment and, Thank. Oh my God, I'm going off. Maybe I should leave this alone because this has to do with the UK thing. James think he is persecuted. Okay, that's an ad called Beach. Yeah, when they published Harry in a Nazi uniform, I was horrified. But the thing is that we never forget the part that it was the brother who assisted him to put it. His brother and the wife who told him to wear it. You never hear that part about it. All right, so let's leave that alone. All right, next tweet. I'm already 30-something minutes. Let's pause again. They're talking about it. Love this. Love that Prince Harry finally got what he wanted for himself and his mommy. Did you instantly just think of that letter from Prince Harry addressed to mommy on Princess Diana's coffin? Let's see here. There's no comment here. Let's go into the tweet. Okay, live reaction from Vanessa Phelps and This Morning, host to Prince Harry's legal win against Rupert Murdoch and GN. This was probably aired a while back. Okay, we are 24. Okay, so that was 22 yesterday. Okay, because I saw it tonight. So let's listen to this.
Yes. News just in. Prince Harry has hit the headlines again. He's settled his case against the news group newspapers.
They keep on framing it that way. He settled. The other one, NGN settled. Okay? They apologized to him about everything that he brought in court.
Extraordinary development after the court case was meant to start yesterday. It got postponed because it became clear that there were talks between NGN, the publishers of The Sun, and Prince Harry, who for years has demanded accountability of the newspapers for what he says were unlawful practices that invaded his privacy. And this morning we have news that there has been a settlement agreed to, substantial compensation for Prince Harry, but importantly, I read here an unequivocal and full apology from NGN to the Duke of Sussex, and I'm quoting, for the serious intrusion by The Sun between 1996 and 2011.
The private life has to be private, and I hope people respect that.
Into his private life, including incidents of unlawful activities carried out by private investigators working for The Sun.
Yeah, this is a massively big deal.
Huge moment.
Huge, because what Harry said he wanted more than money was accountability.
Yes.
Now, what he's managed to get is the most voluminous, undisclosed sum of money, win, and accountability, because there's this proper apology. And that really is a double score, isn't it, of Harry getting what he wanted and a huge amount of money too. And
she gets it. She gets it. This lady gets it. I don't know her name, but she gets it.
And then we all then think, gosh, what did Harry have to go through? You know, how intrusive, how difficult it must have been. And I had some experience of a similar kind of thing. And it's a sort of situation where you just don't know who to trust. You don't know, is it the porter at the hospital? Is it the person in the car park? Is it your best friend?
Yeah.
Is it somebody who says they love you? Have you told anybody? You think, I didn't say a word. How can people know where I am, what I'm doing, where I'm going? And think what he must have gone through.
Exactly.
And think how he must feel today. My goodness.
Yeah, and he doesn't have to.
She gets it. I would love to hear more. All right, it continues. Okay, I think this is an actual double win for him. Cash and accountability. That's right. Because he's got the money and he's got the admission. Prince Harry, 12-2. Good. Let's continue. Oops.
Sit on the stand for 4 days.
He doesn't have to sit on the stand. But it always struck me, though, Tom, that he wanted to, because actually he wanted people to hear in court what had happened to him.
It's very interesting because what happened yesterday and clearly the discussions about financial compensation in the first instance, you wondered whether there was going to be this battle between what he wanted in accountability and the cash. Is he going to take the cash rather than get the accountability? But I think this is actually a double win for him.
Exactly.
Because as Vanessa says, he's got the money and he's got an admission.
Yes.
He's got an admission of serious intrusion by the newspaper. He's got a full and unequivocal apology. They say, forgive me for reading off my phone, but they say they further apologise to the Duke for the impact on him of the extensive coverage and serious intrusion into his private life.
I'd rather you read on your phone to give the facts instead of saying BS. These people got it. They got it. That's exactly what just happened here. It's like a double win for him. They admit the wrongdoing and then he got the cash on top of it. The other thing as well, guess what? Because NGN admit they were wrong, and Harry was right, guess what Harry could do if he wants to? Because the papers, NGN, has agreed with him. He could write a book about it. Anything he was gonna say in court, he could write about it because he already got the admission from NGN. This is the thing as well. And they cannot say, oh, we didn't do this, we didn't do that, as long it fits to what year did they say? 2006 and to 2011. Anything around this time frame, guess what? Harry could write about it. All right, let's continue. Because NGN have agreed to it, that Harry was right.
Him of the extensive coverage and serious intrusion into his private life, as well as the private life of Diana, Princess of Wales, his late mother, in particular during his younger years.
And I think one of the things we haven't said is how much it has obviously been deemed worth to the group of newspapers not to have all of this out in court.
Absolutely.
Think what only would have been said and how damaging it would have been. And then people who have condemned Prince Harry as a whinger, as somebody privileged, who's making a big fuss, and why doesn't he just belt up and stop it and start enjoying his life and everything else? I think we'll have to think, if they were prepared to pay him this much, we don't know how much, but undisclosed enormous amount of money must have been, then think how much they didn't want it to come out in court.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how that transpires over the next few days, because it was all building up to the court case itself.
I mean, he may well say something too. I mean, it'd be interesting to see what he says on the back of it.
It'd be hard to resist, won't it?
That is true. They got it. Okay, those two, that lady and him, these two, the one in red and the gentleman who was reading off of his phone, they got it. They got it. I have nothing to add on top of what they have said. Okay. Yep. She knows only too well. No time to be guarded. That's an ad. That's it. Okay. So let's go to the next one. Snoop Doggy Dogg is getting some backlash after the Trump inauguration. Next tweet. The silence of the British royal family is palpable. No statement in defense of Prince Harry's wife, Meghan, back then. No statement of support or congratulation for Prince Harry now. Prince Harry won again, and it's proving right again. The thing is that I don't know what's happening with the institution. If they had backed Harry, that would have been a huge positive thing for the royal family. But I don't know. I really don't know. So there's no comment. Let's go to the next tweet. All right, next one. Maybe this should have been further down. Next one. Okay. One is his mother's son. The other is the father's son. And I noticed the little hair on the top of his head here some 2 years ago was taking in damages. The squad have to throw some shades. That's the squad who retweeted that. Let me pause this. I'll go into that. Okay, it's still playing. Okay, I always thought it was weird that he mentioned claim against the royal family as if he didn't belong in the family. He had clearly been giving that and told to read it. What is it? You can't help but wonder if that report was built on false info too. Who? Is he talking about William? So this is the thing. He should think for himself. He should have think for himself. In my humble opinion, I don't know. There's something they manufactured. I don't know if it's the horse along with the courtiers within who work in the palace who manufactured some narrative and put in his brain, make him believe there's something that's happening. Okay, the same way they did to when they told Will Lewis to guard the information, but instead he created a false narrative why they delete the information. Okay, so it's almost something like that. They create a false narrative, in my humble opinion, put in his head, and then he trusts them. That's the thing. He trusts them and went along with it, in my humble opinion. All of this, humble opinion. I'm talking about William. All right, so to go against his brother, hire Simon Case to put it in writing, to get his brother out. And I think it's because why the judge, when Harry asked for a review, in my humble opinion, the judge agreed with the palace, it's because it's in writing. It's in writing. So if the two heirs to the throne, Charles and William, are on the same page, and then you have William who has 3 kids, all 3 are before Harry. So I mean, I could sort of understand why the judge agreed with what was written by, was it whatever the person who wrote, is it just Simon Case? All right, or whoever who put it on writing. I believe he is a civil servant and he's good with the law. Okay, so they create a narrative for him to go against his brother where they had to put it in writing to get it out. I know some people were saying, oh, they just only wanted Meghan to get out or whatever. No, they really wanted Harry to be out because Harry was too smart. There is a scheme that's going on in the palace. Okay, there is a scheme that's going on in the palace. They do not want Harry there. Why they don't want Harry there? Because Harry's too smart. Okay, they try to fool Harry in many ways. They still can't get him. So the best way is to get him out of there. Okay, so this is why they put the thing in writing. And unfortunately, the brother is not smart enough to question the basic understanding, the basic of basic things. Why will I do this? Why will I do that? He didn't question anything. He trusts them more than he trusts his own brother. That's what I think happened. Okay, one of these trashed his mother in public. All right, so let's listen to this. This is 17 seconds. That's Harry's part.
Further apologises to the Duke for the impact on him of the extensive coverage and serious intrusion in
The private life has to be private, and I hope people respect that.
to his private life, as well as the private life of Diana, Princess of Wales, his late mother, in particular during his younger years. After endless resistance.
Oh. Okay, let's.
It brings indescribable sadness to know that the BBC's failures contributed significantly to her fear, paranoia and isolation that I remember from those final years with her. That BBC employees lied and used fake documents to obtain the interview with my mother, made lurid and false claims about the royal family, which played on her fears and fueled paranoia.
This is the thing with him. He probably did not want to say that, but because he does so many shady things and he gets away with it. I mean, when he's doing his shady things, the palace are okay with it, but guess what? They're documenting it. They know he's doing some unethical things. So they document it so they could hold it against him. And all this, humble opinion. I'm not in the UK. Never step in the UK. But based on things that I see playing out, that's what I think as well. If, he didn't question the people who vote whatever it is for him to read out there. But I think if they had given Harry that, Harry would have questioned it and probably would not go along with it. So all of this, taking Harry out of there, okay, to make him go in public, national television, to say this nonsense. Unbelievable. Okay, made false and lewd claims about the royal family. Who made those claims? Is he saying his mother did? Or is he saying the BBC made those claims? He speaks like a snake with two tongues. Okay, this is the thing. We have the royal rats. Sometime I remember there was one video that I was doing and I put all the tea that I have of Charles saying nonsense about friends, so many friends who are wonderful, and I put different clips here. It was a mess, but if you get it, you get it. But it was the father. When Princess Diana was saying about the campaign against her, all of that.
Do you really believe that a campaign was being waged against her?
Yes, I did, absolutely. Yeah.
Why?
I was a separated wife of the Prince of Wales. I was a problem, full stop. Never happened before. What do we do with her?
Can't we pack her off to somewhere quietly rather than campaign against her?
She won't go quietly. That's the problem. I'll fight till the end.
And then there were parts where she said they didn't want her to be queen. We could see that. Everything.
Do you think you'll ever be queen?
No, I don't. No.
Why do you think that?
I'd like to be a queen of people's hearts, in people's hearts. But I don't see myself being queen of this country. I don't think many people would want me to be queen. Actually, when I say many people, I mean the establishment that I'm married into. Because they've decided that I'm a non-starter.
Why do you think they've decided that?
Because I do things differently. Because I don't go by a rule book. Because I lead from the heart, not the head. And albeit that's got me into trouble in my work, I understand that. But someone's got to go out there and love people and show it.
And do you think that because of the way you behave, that's precluded you effectively from becoming queen?
Yes, well, not precluded me, I wouldn't say that. I just don't think I have as many supporters in that environment than I did. Yeah.
You mean within the royal household?
Mm-hmm. They see me as a threat of some kind. And I'm here to do good. I'm not a destructive person.
Why do they see you as a threat?
I think every strong woman in history has had to walk down a similar path, and I think it's the strength that causes the confusion and the fear. Why is she strong? Where does she get it from? Where is she taking it? Where is she going to use it? Why do the public still support her? When I say public, you go into an engagement and there's a great many people there.
She said it's true. False claim about what? Isn't the person who got in between his mother and father is the one who's there right now, who took the mother's space? I mean, does this guy ever question anything? Okay, there's this. How? There's the question mark here. No one trashed their mom. What an evil movement. Right? I'm telling you, the squad are bringing a receipt for those who probably were in the dock. And that's how I'm able to sort of catch up with some of the squad, the information. Because when things are being said untrue, the squad put receipts. Okay, do stop with your pathetic posts and lies because we know you're uneducated and a lunatic. Okay, so these are the... how do you call this? The bots, you see? They block their comment, they block their retweet, and they block the likes or whatever. Alright, so I block you. Literally, there's the son who's saying... let me pause. William.
Apologizes to the Duke.
William coming out with his own mouth, his own words, saying the thing. So, I mean, logic. Okay, William unauthorized the killing of his mother. What? William authorized the killing of it. Okay, this is BS. Okay, I don't think so. All right, they should not. I mean, we could have our own feeling toward the way William have turned out. I don't think he does that. So stop. People better. I mean, now they turn. I guess that's his bat who's turning against him. Or okay, this is the thing here. This is why when you see something, you have to speak up. They're probably framing this. Maybe it's a bat. Let's see here. How many people? 100. Okay, we are state of England, like Australia and others. Okay, saying Canada, 51st state of America. Whatever. This is how they start their rumors. They're putting it there, and then when they point out to the tweet, and then they're gonna say it's the squad. Okay, I never seen this person. This name under some of the squad, the people that I follow. We could have our own feeling toward William, the way he has turned out, but let's not say that. I don't think he had anything to do with his mother's death. Because from my understanding, from an old clip, Harry, William, and the cousin, they were playing. And then when then again, you could... This is where sometimes my thought override other thing. But still, I don't think the kids had anything to do with that. Okay? Let's see, 2 comments under there. We can see it. So this person needs to be black. Okay, as much we may not like the way William is, I don't think. Okay, so I'm not speaking for all of the squad. Okay, this is false. I don't believe it. Okay, William will never do such a thing like that. Who knows? Maybe now, I don't know. But as a young kid, no. Okay, his mom, the future king, Diana, was wearing bikini and dating a Muslim. We could say whatever, but I don't think so. All right, black this. I mean, he was doing his other thing. Okay, you said vile. All right, black. Because Harry took it all away. It's not Harry who was speaking. That was his lawyer. And then William was the one who's talking. So I don't know why you're upset about the person who posted it. Next tweet. And then the derangers are putting nonsense, and then later on, their co-authors who probably on different platform will probably point to those tweets that are just black to make it seem like it's the squad. All right, so I stand up for William on that one. All right, Bulliam's problem with Harry have always been jealousy over Harry's global popularity, authenticity, and stunning, smart American wife they know. Yeah, you have Harry. They persuade. I'm telling you, they drink their own Kool-Aid. They're telling the world, Harry is not that smart, is not this. And I remember at a young age, around the 90s, when William is going to school, in the US TV, all right, they're showing, he's going to take his education very seriously and all of that, popping him up, the soft landing of the US, to the US. But meanwhile, on the tabloid, they portraying Harry as this drunk and not smart of a prince and all of that. Meanwhile, Harry, I think they were, in some shape or form, the narrative that they create for Harry, they probably were luring him into be that type of a person, to be drunk, to be smoking pot and all of that. Meanwhile, when you hear joint interview between Harry and William is saying Harry's gonna be drinking, sitting somewhere and smoking.
What? Well, when I was younger, I wanted to be a policeman, but I haven't. I wouldn't want to be that now.
I was a popular cop on the block.
Exactly.
How about you, Harry?
He'd probably sit in and play computer games and drink beer.
Thanks a lot. No, I honestly, I don't know how well this would get out, but I'd probably live in Africa. I'd like to spend all my time out there.
In a humanitarian
both. It would be a humanitarian aspect and as well as a sort of safari aspect. As a job, it'd probably be a safari guide, and then
it'd be really good for me because he wouldn't be around, you see, so I get the highest to myself.
At the same time, splitting my time between a charity, in the Sutu, probably the Sutu as well. If I became normal tomorrow, then I'd have
that word normal comes up a lot, doesn't it? It really is. It's kind of the holy grail out there.
I feel abnormal.
And drinking beer. And then you have Camilla's son, who's a drug dealer. So sometimes you have to ask yourself, where was Harry getting those pots, those illegal drugs? Okay, these are basic questions. I'm not saying he gave it to him because I don't know. But based on what has been reported, you have Harry, doing illegal drugs, and you have the son, which is Camilla's son, who has been reported selling drugs, and then you have William, the brother, is painting Harry as being a drunk and smoking. So the narrative for Harry was there. They wanted him to be that. I could see where they box him in with all of the key players to put him in the narrative that they were portraying the public. Meanwhile, Harry was trying to do better. In one video, I've shown you where Harry was putting his hand on almost everything. Where he did the flower show, he was showing the queen and everything. There's different things he was doing, trying to remove himself from the narrative that they were painting of him. And when you see they interview him, another joint interview where William called him out, he's going to be doing some crazy stuff. Harry just ignore him anyway. When they ask him what he's going to do when he gets older or something as a job, everything what Harry said in that interview is exactly what he's doing right now. So his family was pulling him down while he was trying to stay above water. Okay, they create the narrative, they buy it, and then they were putting him in that narrative. Literally making him be the narrative that they're portraying the public. I could understand. Okay, I was young. I used to go to bars and drink. I didn't drink to the extreme where I'm drunk and doing all crazy stuff. When I know I have enough, I have enough. But I could understand once in a while. You go to the bar, you drink, you have fun. But the picture that they put out when he does some stuff, it's unbelievable. Yes, I remember the Vegas thing, but he thought he was in a private room. Things were going to be consensual with, the people around, but they put it out. So he learned from that. And that's a lesson for his kids. That's something he could tell his kids. When you are in public, you just meet some group of people. Don't put your full trust in them. Okay, Megan knows that. She works in Hollywood. Okay, you don't hear a beep about her. So all of this, Harry's experience and Meghan, who was being guided by her mom, her grandmother, and, you know, good people that were around her, were teaching her stuff. So she wasn't, you know, taking for granted in the Hollywood business. So that's why they don't get anything from her when they were trying to trash her. Everybody come in defense of her. Meanwhile, Harry had to experience it. So he knows firsthand now. There's pictures, the documentation of him. So when the kids, I'm talking in terms of Harry and Meghan's kids, when Meghan is talking to them, okay, Harry should not shine about it. Should not shine about any of his past. And I don't think he does. He put the spare book out. When he's talking to his kids, okay, when their mothers telling them, look, don't do this. This is, you know, this is how certain people can be, and this and that. Don't put your full trust when you're in public with people you don't know, da 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 da. And the father could say, yes, this is what happened to me when I was young. Okay, I was naive, trusting people, and this is what happened to me. And they put it all over. So those kids could have that foundation right from the beginning. Okay, I went off. All right, so this is that here. Bulliam's problem with Harry have always been jealousy over Harry's global popularity, authenticity, and stunning, smart American wife. They know. Oh, and the other thing too, I went all with that rant, is that Harry, who was smart, and then bring another smart person. It was too much. It was too much for the palace. No, they can't handle that. Two brilliant minds put together? No, too much. Let me see if I could read this. This is a screenshot. Okay, I'm going to be reading the conversation here. Okay, Doug settle court case against, okay. I don't know, it should be. I would love to hear that conversation. I'm just reading bits and pieces here. Is it kind of a moment perhaps his brother might look? Think I'd be very big thing for William to do. At him again and think not all bad. Okay, maybe I should read this at once and then read all of this. Okay, it's kind of a moment perhaps his brother might look at him again and think not all bad. Okay. I don't know, it should be. Think there'll be very big thing for William to do. Not sure how much William adores Harry getting that kind of press. I mean, that's his own doing. I really don't know. For me, okay, that's it. There's no comment. For me, with these people who wants to be in front of the camera, okay, they want to be popular. But the nonsense that they're doing behind the scene, and they have all these people who always around them, why would you want to be in front of the camera all the time? Why? Because the shady things that you're doing in the back will come forward. Oh my God. That's his problem. Harry is still trying to protect them. And I think that conversation, that part that I just read, the screenshot, I think the people knows that Harry is trying to protect William as well. And Harry and Meghan have said it in the Oprah interview. And we could see through their action, they are protecting the royal family. But they refuse to stop. That's the thing here. They refuse to stop doing their shady stuff. Okay, I'm about to stop here. Maybe, let me do this and then I'll start a new recording. I'm probably going to have 3 recordings because I have byline article I want to read. 451. Okay, do we think Piers should be locked up? He is getting nervous, it seems. Okay, I don't follow him, so this is a screenshot. When was that? Next time. I like when I take screenshot, I take the date along with it. Okay, so moral crusader, Prince Harry took the cash. Will he now be issuing a full, unequivocal apology to the royal family for his own serious intrusion into their lives for personal financial gain? What did Harry do? This is the thing that I'm saying. Okay, if this was recent after Harry won his case against NGN, this is what I mean. These people don't know how to stop. If he's saying this, okay, like that, unless he's missing some screw in his brain, or he knows his base is covered, so they're not gonna do any investigation or do inquiry or the perjury part. I don't know. Or is royal intrusion absolutely fine when he does it? What a hypocrite. I don't know what he's talking about. Okay, so this depends when it was said. I don't have the date. Let's see here. Again, this one does not have the date. When it says 17 hours from a screenshot, it doesn't matter. We need to know when it was posted. Okay, is it time to put RebeKah Brooks and Piers Morgan on trial? I don't know. It's up to the UK. Alright, Piers Morgan knew about phone hacking UK court rules. That was back in 2023. Alright. Okay, definitely. And the sooner the better. Look at, if again, depend on when he said it. If he said recently, just look at how he's speaking now. As if he didn't do anything wrong when he's on camera saying how to hack a phone. Okay, I'm going to stop this video now because I'm an hour and I'm going to do more recording. I talk too much. Okay, please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so I'm going to start video 2 now.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.